just what you want to be doing mid-February. Go for a swim. And I thought I was mental. You wouldn't see me do that, but then I suppose you wouldn't see any of them sit on the rocks for 10 hours at a time either. How are we all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to a glorious, glorious sunny day on Anglesey. Not glorious enough to be out swimming, but it's a nice old day anyway. It's nice enough to have the sunshades on. The sun's up high in the sky. Not most probably the best conditions to be out fishing, but it's a nice day to be out all the same. Joined today by Steve from Northwest Angling. I'll put his description in now. We'll also bring Steve to camera or film a little bit later on. We're going to put him under the pressure of 5 questions. 5 questions of get to know the angler. Something I've come up with in the recent months of when I'm fishing with different anglers, get to know them, ask them 5 questions, and hopefully that'll help you guys back home get to know who they are. Right, I haven't put a rod out yet. I'm going to go straight out with a dongle bait on a 6-0 Varivas circle hook on a dongle, squid and mackerel wrap. I'm going to put that out now and I'll see you in a moment. Just going to put my second bait out now. So that second bait is going to be a lovely sand eel and mackerel strip. Fishing a bit smaller on the hooks today. On the bottom one there I've got a BMX wide mouth 3-0, and on the top I've got the BMX circle on the 4-0, a little bit bigger on the top than the bottom. Lovely slimline bait ready to go out. Beautiful. We'll fire that one out there now, eh? Well, I have been having some mic issues where my mics haven't been picking the voice up, so hopefully you can hear me loud and clear, hopefully. I just had a cracking pull down on this. And I think I may have the first fish of the session. Yeah, I got the first fish of the session on here. So, here we are guys. We're on the Anglesey mark. We've got the sun up above us, high in the sky. Coming up to mid-February now. Some glorious, glorious spring feels like it's in the air. Spring feels like it's in the air. I hope you can hear me and I'm not just talking load of waffle. I'm trying to get somewhere with my footage. When I'm in footage even. So the targets today, if you're not yet aware, is rays. Rays and hush. And then we're going to see how the day gets on. We may travel and go and look for a conger somewhere else this evening over some rougher ground. But the ground that we're fishing today is clean sand. And as I say, we're looking for rays and hush. The sun being so high in the sky will be against our advantage, but this is the first cast and we're into a fish. We're into a fish, it doesn't feel a bad fish. Hopefully I'm clearly in screen and you can see the rod action. The rod I'm using today, as always, my go-to rods, my Evolution Match CTs. That fish is just trying to go around the corner there, staying deep. There's a big ledge just underneath me here, and they always seem to try and get underneath it. I've picked your line up as well, have I? That might be the reason, there's a bit more weight. I'm going to go out of screen here most probably for a minute, guys. Do you want to slacken off, Steve, just so I can bring that? Yeah, it's gone kited over you with the tide, it has, mate. So, let me just, might be out of screen for a minute. If I unclip that without letting it go. There you are, mate. Good to go. Yeah, first fish of the session on a dongle. A very, 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 very spiky thornback ray. It just kited around on the tide a little bit there and just crossed over the top of Steve's line in the tide. But that's not a problem. That's not a problem. That was soon solved. There we are, on the dongle. Beautiful for ray fishing, these dongles. They fight a lot harder on the dongle because they haven't got a load of metal rammed down their throat. I was looking for the right word then to put that. Hopefully that's clear. I'll show you, I'll turn the camera around so I can make sure the footage is right. But on the dongle is the first ray of the day. So as you can see there on the dongle, it's just hooked in the bottom lip there. I'll unhook that now and we'll put it in the pool for a minute for rest. Get a couple of pictures and we'll put it back on the dongle. Well then, as you've seen, first fish of the session. Not a massive one, but a nice thornback ray. Lovely patterned fish. I've just put it in the pool just down by here to rest for a minute and see if I can pick up another one, because there's nothing nicer than having a quick picture with two, is there? Or three, or four. Little bit of an advice really, guys. If you're going to put them in a rock pool, don't put them in a rain rock pool. Always pick a rock pool that's a salty rock pool, and that way they're fine then. They'll stay in there for a good half an hour. Depends on the size of the pool obviously, but if it's a good deep pool you can leave them in there for a good while, as long as it's a tidal pool, a salty pool. So as I hopefully said earlier on, we're targeting the rays today. Rays, maybe a huss, but we're technically chucking out ray baits, fish baits, mackerel, sand eel, squid, bluey, sardines, that type of thing, looking for the rays. I won't bring a lot of action of the reeling the fish in, I don't think. I'm going to keep my video as short as I possibly can today. The reason behind that is because I will have released a video just before this one, which is a 45-minute video, and I never do them that long, but I wanted to do one a bit longer, a bit different, showing something different. So if you haven't checked that one out, please do check it out. It shows some of the reality of some of my marks that I fished back in that video. And we do get a few nice fish. So as I say, we're on the market today, and my rigs of choice are pulley droppers, and I'm going to fish them. I'll have 4 rigs on the go, so I'm constantly baiting up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 with a dongle and 2 with a pennel. I do prefer the dongle for fishing for rays because they don't swallow the hooks and they're really easy to unhook, and they fight really well on the dongle. But for the huss, I prefer the pennel. I don't find the dongle works very well at all really for huss or for the conger. It works fantastic for fish that hit a bait and run, like the bass, the smoothhound, the cod, and it works great for the ray because he comes on it and he sits on it. So it's not, you know, but the huss and stuff like that, they'll hit the bait and they'll shake it, and I find sometimes they just grab the dongle and they're not actually grabbing the hook. And the eel, obviously, he grabs a bait and goes backwards, so by doing that he's not really, again, getting onto the hook point. We'll see how the day goes. Steve's with me. I'm going to throw 5 questions at him in a bit. Like I say, guys, I'm going to try and keep this one a bit short, but bring you out fishing with me here today. Anyway, let's put it back and see if it gives us a pretty show going back. Oh yes. Oh, lovely. Just going to sit there, are you? Oh well, it's back in the open ocean. What a glorious day. As I expected, the fishing's slow. Fishing's always slow in the daytime in Anglesey, especially in mid-winter, winter months. It's really slow. That bait there has just come back. It's been out for 20 minutes. Nothing's had a chew on it. Blood's all gone out of it, so I'll put a fresh bait on it. I did expect the fishing to be a bit slow today. It's definitely better in the nighttime hours. But when you've got the big yellow thing in the sky, which is a rare sight in itself, when you've got that in the sky, it really slows the fishing down. especially on marks like this. It's a really shallow mark, but it's a good ray mark to come to. And yeah, it's the sort of place I'd come and sit on a day like this anyway, unless I was going targeting pollock and stuff like that, because rays, there's always a chance of a ray on Anglesey. And like I say, this is a phenomenal ray mark on its day. So there's always going to be fish out there. They'll just bury themselves a little bit in the sand, or they'll sit in the deeper water out of range whilst the sun's up like this. Low water is 20 past 1, so I think we're going to stick it out on here until about 2 o'clock, 2:30. See if something comes on the flood. If it picks up, we'll stay here. If it doesn't, we'll maybe venture to another mark. Glorious day though. Absolutely glorious. Yeah, about there. He's even taking his hat off for this, ladies and gentlemen. He's even taking his hat off.
Just had a haircut, that's what it is, son.
Oh, he's had an haircut to come and spend time with me. No, I think I'll be in screen as well.
Hopefully.
So, get to know the angler.
Yeah.
I just want to note quickly, there's no pressure in this, but it's something I've brought to screen. And I think people are enjoying it because the feedback's good off it.
Yeah, yeah. I've enjoyed watching it anyway, getting to know the anglers you've been fishing with and stuff like that. And
so it's Steve's turn to get interrogated by me. So I'm going to go for a quick 5 random questions.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So
be gentle, yeah.
We'll start with a nice one, I think.
One of them.
Your biggest UK fish, freshwater or sea?
Okay, right, okay, so it's a 19-pound 7 conger eel.
Nice fish.
Yeah.
Nice fish. Are you going to tell us what part of the country?
Yeah, no, it was caught on the river.
On the Mersey,
yeah, it was caught at Woodside Ferry. Caught on a whole bluey. One of the little smaller blueys.
You do know that Woodside is now absolutely rammed with anglers.
Oh, well, there's no point in going there anyway. It's only it's fishing terrible at the moment. But yeah, no, and actually I was fishing 3 foot off the wall.
Right, brilliant. So
yeah, 19-pound 7 conger eel. So that is the reason why I'm on the 20-pound conger eel hunt.
Fair enough. And if you tune into Steve's channel, you'll see he is on a bit of a conger hunt.
Yeah.
If you could fish with any angler in the UK, this is a two-way question. Yeah. This angler inspires you.
Yeah.
And if you could fish with any angler in the UK, who would it be?
Ooh, who would it be? Do you know what, I'd like to fish with Gigi. Yeah.
In my opinion,
it's probably the.
He is the best big fish
absolutely,
angler in
mate.
the UK.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think Gigi is absolutely fantastic. I'd like to get down the Bristol Channel and give it a go down there. I've never fished the Bristol Channel,
amazing,
so
mate.
I think that'll be
amazing.
Potentially we'll get in touch with them and see if he fancies it.
Gigi by far is the best big fish angler. Now, if you don't know who Gigi is, it's Gareth Griffiths, and I think it's GG Guiding. So if you're ever in anywhere, he goes all over the world guiding, I think. So yeah,
it's fantastic.
Good answer.
Yeah,
good answer. What was your first ever fishing rod?
First ever fishing rod? I've still got it. It's actually in the loft. It's do you know what? I think all the decals and everything have come off it. It weren't like a named sort of thing.
Right.
So I'll have to dig it out and I'll take a photo of it and send you it.
There we are. Can post it. I will put that in.
Yeah, I'll send you it. I'll get it out the loft and what have you. A little red one it was. And that was my very first fishing rod, so it's still in the loft.
So off the back of that, what was your first ever fish you ever caught? Freshwater or
my first ever fish was a flounder.
A flounder?
It was a flounder, yeah, and it was caught on a beach local to us on the Wirral, Caldy Beach. And it's probably if I could fish one place, it'll probably be Caldy for the rest of my life. If I had the option to fish one beach, it'll be Caldy fishing for flounders.
What's the reason for that? Just for the flounders?
No, yeah, and there's sentimental meaning behind that as well. So it was mine and my dad's favourite beach. My dad's passed away and that's where his ashes have been scattered and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Reason for his ashes being scattered there is because that's where we fished the most. And it was actually the last session we had with my dad as well on Caldy Beach.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so Caldy Beach fishing for flounders.
Mate, that sets us a bone with me, that one, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate,
That's where we connected, where I put a video out about my dad and that's how we...
Yeah, we got speaking over that, didn't we? Yeah, we reached that when you done that video and so flounder, it was a flounder, mate.
Love it. That one sets the bone with me a little bit. I put me off my next question a bit, to be honest. So we'll go for a nice, easy one. Well, it sort of goes off the back of what you've just answered, but I'll go for it anyway.
Yeah, go on.
If you could target one fish in the UK in 2025, and be successful in it,
Yeah.
what would you like it to be?
Well, I've never caught a tope, so that is kind of like my plans for this year.
I hope I haven't spoilt your bigger tope production, but
No, not at all. No, but you know, I've attempted over the years. I haven't really put as much time and effort into it.
yeah,
So
brilliant.
that's
Yeah.
something I'd definitely like to do a little bit more this year.
And it's great.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
As you know, 2023 was my first year proper targeting tope.
Yeah,
Hours were spent, hundreds of them, and I managed
Yeah.
one. Last year I managed 8. So it is,
Yeah, no,
it is
absolutely, yeah.
successful. You can do it, mate. And
I had a couple of sessions last year and what have you, but yeah, nothing really. I've dibbled and dabbled in it and stuff like that, but I really haven't put enough time and effort
It's
into
quite
it.
hard with where you live as well, I'd say.
No, absolutely, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, even to get here today, it's an hour and 50 minutes. You know, so it's not as if like I can just
Go out for an
go
evening
out and have a
session
go
and
and
if
sort of
tides
thing.
are right.
Travelling
etc.
down to the Limb Peninsula, you know, it's 2 hours plus. You know, which you know it is absolutely fine on the weekends.
To
but
be
when we're sort of
fairly
seeing
honest with
kids-
you, the Lynn Peninsula fished absolutely diabolically
Did.
crap last year.
Yeah,
So I don't know, maybe their patterns have changed a bit. I don't know, maybe the mackerel
yeah.
have
Who
changed.
knows? Yeah.
But no, brilliant.
Yeah.
I
No,
think we'll
yeah,
settle on that.
definitely. No, that's that. You know, between £20 conger eel and a tope.
I'm going to go for one more question.
Come on, let's have it. So 6 now, is it?
It's going
Jesus
for
Christ.
6. We're
Yeah,
going
come
for
on,
6.
come
Why
on.
not? Actually, I'm going to go for 7 because one interests me.
Come on.
So I'll go for 6 quickly. If you had the choice of catching a £20 tope or a £20 conger eel, which one would you pick?
Ooh. So I'll probably say the conger eel. I'll probably say the conger eel just because it's a bit of a mission I'm on.
And if I'm honest with you,
It'll be a PB as well.
I think the £20 eel is harder to find than
Yeah,
a £20
no, exactly,
tope.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And the last one, we all know that you're a half Scouser because you're the Wirral side.
I'm a Plazzy one.
I'm trying to put that in the right way in case there's loads of Wirral lads watching.
I used to like you.
Are you a blue or are you a red?
I'm a red, mate, yeah, so, you know, that's why I've got a smile on my face at the moment. Yeah, no,
Brilliant.
we're doing really well at the moment, mate, yeah, it's looking good for us.
That'll do us, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant.
That's the man. There's a few bits and pieces about him. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll keep the gun that's pointing at him now. No,
brilliant, mate, yeah.
Brilliant.
Nice
Thank
one.
you. So I've literally just come back. I've been over there interrogating Steve with some questions. And I said to him, well, I've got to go, mate. My rod's off. It bounced over a couple of times and it's gone all slack. Typical Ray sort of bite. Maybe a hush. Yeah, we're into another fish, so that's second fish of the day. Hooked. But yeah, got to land him. Lovely stuff. They seem to be out there. Definitely they're out there. I know there's fish out there, but it's just a matter of because the sun's so bright in the sky and they don't like it, do they? If we're honest, they don't like it. It's come to the surface out there now, can you see it? It's just broke the surface out there. Looks like a decent fish as well. He'll get close in a minute, he'll just put his nose down. And there he goes. Goes for that dive, the last minute dive. Lovely job, boy. Bit better than the last one. Oh, it's made the right mess of this. We'll put it on the rock there a minute and we'll go down and sort it out. What I'll do is I'll put my rod down a minute on the rocks, add a few more scratches, can't beat some battle scars, and then I'll climb down here. I've ripped my trousers, climb down here, pick it up. Another fish, Raymond number 2. Yeah, again another small one. Let me bring him to show you before I put it back. It was very lightly hooked on the dongle again. Oh, let me just flick the camera around so I can see. Oh fuck. There we are, second fish. Second one. Another Raymond. Another nice fish, about 4 or 5 pound. Lovely. Absolute bloody lovely. It's getting a bit ridiculous this now. I've got fish there, fish there, fish there, fish here, fish everywhere. Seems to be getting a lot of fish, guys. Got fish in pools everywhere. Literally as fast as I'm baiting them up and putting them out, there's fish. Plenty of fish. There's another one on there. There seems to be plenty of fish, and I haven't been doing a great amount of filming. This feels a bit different, this. I haven't been doing a great amount of filming today, to be honest. There we are. Just getting that slack in with it then for a minute. Definitely feels a little bit different. I've casted this one to my left, just out of interest. I hadn't put a bait over that way. I thought I'll try one more to the left and see what's out there, and I've got a bit of a couple of small taps and a big slack liner. Whoa. And a big slack liner. It's woke up now. It's woken up. So yeah, it seems to be fishing's alright, to be fair, considering the sun so high in the sky. Ooh, that's woken up, isn't it? Oh yeah, I said it was different. I knew it was something different. That'll do. Well, that will do me perfectly. I said it was a bit of a different bite. I'll put that in that rock pool for a minute, and then I'll put another bait out, sort that one out. I ran down there quickly, guys, because it was on the dongle. And I don't really rate the dongle for us fishing, but it was on the dongle. I'm not going to tell you how Steve's getting on, but what I will ask you, if you don't mind, would you tune into his channel and have a look, if you don't already follow him, because he's a great guy. Absolutely lovely fella to talk to. And he does present himself a bit better than I do. Talks a little bit posher, maybe, I don't know. But he's got a lovely setup to hold his camera and all sorts. I hope I don't bluff this now. Oh, she's away. She's back out there in the tide. The fishing seems to be okay. I'll jump down there, I'll sort that one out. That huss out. Need to start getting a few of these fish back. They're in rock pools, so they're quite alright. But I do need to start getting them back. Sharpish. Hopefully, I'll get 5 minutes of peace and quiet to have a cup of tea in a minute as well. The rod's just nodded a flipping heck. I'll be reeling in to have that cup of tea at this rate. It's a little bit mad, guys. Fair play, Steve's just run over here to get a bit of footage for me. I'm into 4 rays now. I've got another one on. I've got a nice huss on. They've all been in a rock pool there, so they're quite nice and safe, and I'm going to get them all back shortly. I'm just going to put them back in the pool for 5 minutes while I sort that one out. But it's been absolute crazy fishing. Brilliant bit of fishing today. The conditions are against us a little bit. I am doing something a little bit different to Steve, but I will let you tune into his channel, and I'm sure he'll tell you what I'm doing a little bit different. But hopefully shortly now we'll see some more fish. I think we're going to see quite a few fish on this tide. Brilliant bit of fishing. Well, we're going to do a quick release video. Hopefully they'll give us a pretty show when they go back. We'll start off with the huss. Yes. A ray. Are you going to be a sinker or a... No, it's just going to go down in the silk. Tell you what's great with the dongle rig, guys. Look at that. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Everybody seems happy, everybody's back. Get in, boyo! Let's keep going! Woohoo! Love it, man! So I got a 5th one now, guys, number 5. Yet again, showing you this dongle. Absolutely fantastic rig when you're ray fishing. They don't swallow the baits, you see, and look how easy they are to unhook. Pair of pliers, little wiggle in there, out it comes with the dongle. Hardly any damage to the fish's mouth. Literally brilliant way to protect our fishing, our future fishing. I can't see because of the sun, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's an absolutely fantastic way to protect our future fishing. My hand's now in the screen. Protect our future fishing for the next generation, because we want our young uns to enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed it. I'm going to put this one straight back now. Let me flick that camera around. They're all the same sort of size. I think the biggest one I've had is most probably about £6. Miserable one. My smallest one so far of the day. Look at that little one. It's a really small one. I think that's about number 7 now. But a real small, tiny one. Cracking little beautiful fish. Gotta get it back. Look at the size in it. Tiny! And dance. I'm going to jump here quickly.
Yeah.
Steve has got a fish, showing a bit of interest.
Finally.
Oh, and I've got one on. I've got a massive slap liner.
Yeah, hopefully there's one on that one as well, so seems to be picking up now, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's picked up for you anyway since you got here, but for me,
yeah, I've had a crack.
slap behind that.
Yeah. I won't hold it too long then, yeah? So what I just wanted to point out, because there's been a bit of banter between me and mates, that I'm always in the best spot.
You are? Yeah. Proof's in the pudding today.
But on a quick note, yeah, I don't think it's made much difference. We're no further than 20 yards apart.
No, not at all, mate, no. Not at all.
20 yards apart, I've just landed on a few fish.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's what we spoke about, wasn't it, really? It's kind of like, you know, we're both fishing on the same sort of ground, clean ground. We're literally 20, 30 yards apart, same baits. You're doing something slightly different, which is a slightly longer rig, which I explained in my video to my viewers, but
that's about
that's
it.
Pretty much it, really. Same baits, same size hooks.
But you are getting on a few fish now.
Yeah, no, I am, yeah. And there's definitely something on that.
So, without holding you too long, yeah, I just
on.
wanted to put on camera, so I'm not to blame for the rest of the session.
Go on.
Do you want to stay and sit your session out here until 7 o'clock this evening or whatever and then head home? Or do you want to move to another mark and look for a conger?
Do you like the conger fishing?
There's no promises if we move.
No, absolutely.
Obviously you've got to travel home.
Yeah.
The choice is yours. I want you to make the decision what you want out of your day.
I mean, there's fish here, isn't there?
There's plenty of fish here, and I think we will get more fish as the sun goes down.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit fed up of catching small rays, I'm going to be honest. But
so what? I think let's go for the conger. What do you think?
It's completely up to you. There's no promises in it.
Well, I'm going to bring this fish in a minute anyway, because I can see that bouncing away, keeps going slack. So I've had 2 fish from this mark anyway. Hopefully I get this one in. You've had a bucket full.
Yeah. Do you want to go and have another mark?
I'm more than happy to go somewhere else.
And we'll go somewhere in the boundaries for the match next week.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, mate. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that then,
let's
yeah?
do it. Yeah.
So guys, you've seen it. It was not my decision.
Hey, back on the blanks.
On the fish. On the fish. Get up. Well, we're off to the second mark. I think they have seen better days. Absolute ripped my kegs. Getting up the rocks there. I got another pair in the car there. I think I'm carrying a bit too much timber too. Woo, we'll see you at the second mark. We will see you there. Well, we've come down onto the second mark. Both of my rods are fishing. I've gone a little bit different here. I've gone with a big pulley rig, half a mackerel, and about 50 yards. On my other one, I've got a 2 up and 1 down with size 1 hooks. Single sand eel on the 2 top hooks and a chunk of mackerel on the bottom. Just to see if we can pick something a bit different up, like a pollock a coley, a bass, you never know. Just something a bit different whilst we're into the last of the light now. It's going to be a chilly night. I think we're going to fish until about 8 p.m. It must be about 4ish now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 4ish now. We'll see what we can bring to the table, really. I'll show you a little bit about the mark. If I lift this up here, there we are. So the mark we're on, it's a big climb down, a right old scramble. Very heavy ground, a lot deeper water. We're fishing immediately into like 50 foot of water here, so who knows what's down there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, eh? There we are, we're going into darkness. Now the proper exciting stuff, hopefully, will happen. Hopefully we'll see an eel now. Now we've lost the light, the eels should hopefully, if they're there and they're feeding, we will see them.
Oh, right. That's fine, Rob.
Steve's literally just had a bite on that saying there, but yeah, hopefully now the lights are fading, we're going into the witching hour, hopefully we'll see an eel or two. To be honest with you, I wouldn't care how big it is. Yes, it'd be nice to see one over £10, but it would be nice just to pick one up, especially if Steve gets one more than myself, to be honest. It'll just top the day off. It's been an absolutely fantastic day. The sun's been glorious, it's been a lovely day. We've managed to keep out the wind. I can feel my face is burning up a bit as the temperatures are now dropping. And yeah, we're just going to really see what happens. We've had a couple of casts. Obviously in the light, the baits have come back a little bit peppered, whether it's crab activity, shrimp and prawn activity, whitings pecking away at it, but there hasn't been any fish to report. I'm going to fish one literally down the side 10 yards out with a running ledger, a plain lead running ledger system, 3 foot snood to an 8/0 BMX big mouth, and then on the other one I'm going to fish a 4 foot pulley rig with a little bit of glow tube. I'm going to fish that Pennell style with 8/0 BMX again. No, sorry, I've got 6/0 BMXs on them. And the reason I've gone a little bit smaller is just in hopes of really, I am hoping to maybe see, we're coming a bit late in the year now, but maybe a chance of a Anglesey spur dog. So I've gone smaller hooks for that, but they will accomplish for eels as well. And I'm on that, I've got a little bit of green glow tube just holding the top hook in place. And it also gives me a bit of colour in the water, which I'm a big fan of. I'm not a fan in these glow-in-the-dark baits and stuff, but I do like to use a glow-in-the-dark tubing or a Muppet or something like that, which I've put in previous videos. I think I might have talked your socks off a little bit too much today. Yeah, it's really hard, especially because I film quite close together and it's like I run out of stuff to say. So sometimes I might cover the same thing, or I might be just talking absolute riddles. But it's because, like I say, I fish 4 nights a week. I try and film 2 nights a week. I don't film every time I go out, so I can have my space without the camera, and then obviously, because it takes up a lot of your time when you're filming, and it's hard work. So I try and fish 4 nights a week, and I try and do 2 nights of filming, or 2 sessions of filming. By doing that, I'm, like I say, I run out of stuff to say, and especially when the fishing lately has just been ray fishing, huss fishing, eel fishing. It's a little bit the same, and I don't want the channel to get boring. So I will mix it up when the summer months come. I have had a request off a follower actually. I've been doing a little bit of carp fishing. It's coming to that time of year. And I know there's a lot of you behind the screen going, oh my god, he's a pond splasher, or whatever you want to call it.
Drowner.
A maggot drowner. But what I'm going to actually do, it has been asked now by 2 people if I would do a little bit of footage regarding my carp fishing. Now I'm not going to do lots of it, but I am going to try and build a little bit up of that. And I really don't mind if it's not your type of thing, and I really don't mind if you don't watch. I really appreciate everybody that does watch. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to say I'll shut up, I'll stop talking, and I'll hopefully bring you back with some action. Fish action, that is.
So we got Tommy here. Tommy's into an eel.
Tell you what though, it swallowed the bloody hook.
Yeah, nail him, don't we?
Get the T-bite in there. Just like that. Turn the hook just like that. Give it a bloody shake. Like that, and there we go. And it's just spewing my mackerel out. I'll have to change that. Oh yeah, come here. We want a quick look with you. Come here. Whoa. Go back in a minute, mate. Don't worry. Jesus. Lively bigger. Well, there we go. Hopefully I'm in screen. Yeah, a lively one. Only a little one. 3-4 pound, really small one. Small little eel, but yeah, one of the targets. Let's hope there's a big one down there. That's what we want, a proper big one. Put this eel back now. Oh, proper wild on him. Proper wild on. There we go. There we go, back it goes. Into its gully to sulk. Well. Lively little one. Lovely little hush, lovely patterned hush. Quite happy with my fishing today. I fished pretty well, even if I say so myself. I don't think you should say that about yourself, but no, I'm pretty happy with that. Nice hush, second hush of the day. Really not much bigger than a dogfish, but an absolute beautiful hush. Love the eyes on these. Most probably one of my favourite Anglesey fish when you're bait fishing like this. This session is coming to an end now, guys. Steve's got to get back to Liverpool. It's like an hour and 40-minute drive for him, so I'm going to put this one back. May chuck another cast out quickly, I don't know, we'll see how we get on. But well, that there is another session over, done and dusted. Absolutely brilliant day's fishing here on the Isle of Anglesey. Oh, I am now thinking about my belly. I'm starving hungry. I could eat a scabby horse with rabies. That's how hungry I am now. I'd just like to say thank you for tuning in, guys. Massive shout out to Steve, Northwest Angling. Been a great day, plenty of fish throughout the day. There's not been really a quiet hour, and the quiet spells we've had good conversation, good chats, good catch-ups, and shared a bit of knowledge between each other. Hopefully both of us have learnt something off each other and we can put it into our fishing, because every day is a learning day when it comes to fishing. I'd just like to say thank you very much once more, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams. Happy days.